Hello, English learners! Or should I say, English teachers? Ha ha ha, you must be confused! But imagine this. You overhear two people discussing something you've been struggling to learn. One of them is explaining it with complete confidence, breaking it down so clearly that even a child could understand. You think, wow, they must be an expert. But what if I told you they just learned it yesterday? Here's the secret. The fastest way to master something isn't to study harder. It's to teach it. And no, you don't need a classroom or students. You just need to change the way you approach learning. Because the moment you start acting like a teacher, everything, your confidence, fluency, and memory starts to change. You're watching the Monday Motivation series by English Ears, your weekly boost to keep you going strong, not just today, but all week long. Why teaching makes you speak more confidently. One of the biggest struggles in learning English is the fear of speaking. But teachers speak with confidence, even if they make mistakes. That's because when you shift from student to teacher, your focus changes. Instead of worrying about mistakes, you focus on delivering information clearly. You feel responsible for helping someone else understand, which makes you speak more naturally. Even if you're just explaining a simple phrase to an imaginary student, your brain treats it as real practice, helping you think in English and build fluency without the stress of a real conversation. How to teach without a real student? You might be thinking, but I don't have anyone to teach. The best part? You don't need one. Here's how you can be both the student and the teacher. 1. Explain English concepts out loud. Pick something you've recently learned, maybe a new phrase or a grammar rule, and explain it out loud as if teaching someone else. For example, instead of just memorizing, "I used to play soccer," explain the difference between used to and usually. Instead of just learning, "break a leg," explain why it means good luck. The more you explain, the deeper you understand, making it easier to use in real conversations. 2. Pretend you're teaching a class. Find a quiet space, stand up if you can, and imagine a classroom. Pick a topic and start explaining as if you're giving a lesson. This practice helps you. Speak without hesitation. Use natural gestures and expressions like a real teacher. Train yourself to think in English instead of translating. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real and imaginary audience. It still treats it as real practice. 3. Record yourself, teaching and watch it back. Recording yourself in English helps you notice things you wouldn't otherwise. Words you struggle to pronounce, hesitations in your speech, your confidence level. Watching yourself might feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, you'll see your progress and improve faster. The hidden benefit. You learn what you don't know. When you try to explain something and get stuck, it shows where you need improvement. Instead of feeling frustrated, use it as a learning opportunity. Teaching helps you identify gaps, making it easier to fill them later. Studies prove it. Teaching improves memory. Studies show that we retain 90% of what we teach, compared to just 10% when we read or listen passively. That's why teachers become experts. They explain concepts so often that they can't forget them. If you struggle to remember new words, try teaching them to yourself. Use them in sentences, explain their meanings, and create mini lessons. You'll be surprised how much you remember. Your Monday motivation: step into the teacher's mindset. Right now, you might think, but I'm not good enough to teach. Let me tell you something. You don't need to be perfect. Someone out there knows less than you. The secret to success is believing in yourself. If you start teaching, even in small ways, you'll gain confidence, fluency, and a deeper understanding of English faster than ever. Your challenge this week. I challenge you, explain one English concept to yourself or someone else. It can be a word, a phrase, or a grammar rule. Just try it and see how much you grow. Because when you act like a teacher, you don't just help others. You help yourself become a better English speaker. Are you ready to take on the challenge? Let's make this week count. Happy learning, teacher!
Oh, and before you go, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to English Ears for more inspiring stories, practical tips, fantasy adventures, and motivation to help you on your English learning journey. Make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.